Hi friends, I am Dr. B.V. Rao of Usha Clinic and founder of the websites qmedicaldoubts.blogspot.in and dragavamedicaldoubts.in. Through these videos, I am providing the basic knowledge about the commonly occurring diseases, treatment and surgery details when necessary for medical knowledge to the general people and for reference to medicos. Today I am going to discuss about the infective endocarditis. Infective endocarditis is the inflammation of the endometrium due to the infection by different organisms. Depending upon the organism, it is divided into acute and subacute endocarditis. Subacute endocarditis is the commonest among them. Clinical and pathological course of both are different. Acute infective endocarditis. It is a rare in occurrence and it is a complication results from infection of bloodstream with virulent organisms as staphylococci, streptococci or pneumococci. Attack healthy walls of the heart. The source of infection is usually apparent and often of surgical nature like osteomyelitis or septic abortion and will itself require appropriate treatment. Clinical features: high fever, sweats, rigors, sweating and septic emboli in various parts of the body are characteristics. Treatment with suitable antibiotic is required. In serious conditions, the dose may be increased. Subacute infective endocarditis. It is the commonest form. The subacute form usually affects hearts previously abnormal from rheumatic valvular or congenital valvular disease. It is most often due to infection with non-hemolytic streptococci, which are usually found in gums, teeth and tonsils. Minor surgical procedures over these parts is followed by transient bacteremia. In normal individuals, it is harmless, but the organism may settle in the endocardium of abnormal hearts. Usually have a history of extraction of a tooth or urethral catheterization may be present. Rarely, other organisms like staphylococci, brucellosis, influenza, bacilli, or Klebsiella of Q fever are responsible. It usually occurs in young adults, but now it is seen increasingly in elderly people calcified with aortic valve disease or following surgery or instrumental investigation of the urinary tract. Clinical features: symptoms: malaise, fatigue, anorexia, pain in the joints. General appearance: pale appearance due to anemia and a curious earthy appearance. Cave-out light complexion is seen in late cases. Fever. Fever is the persistent when the cause of the fever is obscure and in case of patients suffering with heart disease, infective endocarditis is to be considered. Skin. There are petechial hemorrhages in skin, conjunctiva, sphincter hemorrhages may be seen under the nails. Osseous nodes are small, transient, painful, tender areas of the pulp of the fingers and nails. Clubbing of fingers. This is a common finding in long-standing cases. Heart will show evidence of previous rheumatic valvular disease or congenital defect. Spleen. Usually moderate enlargement of spleen is seen. Kidney. Microscopic hematuria is observed at some stage. Peripheral embolism. Emboli from the vegetations on the endocardium may lodge in spleen, kidney, retina, brain, limb or mesenteric vessels. Depending on the size and number of emboli, the effects may be sudden pain, blindness or segmental loss of vision, hemiplegia or a subarachnoid hemorrhage. Blood. Progressive hyperchromic anemia occurs. If pyrexia is present and repeated samples are taken, a positive blood culture is obtained. There is a moderate leukocytosis and ESR is raised, but treatment should not be delayed for this result. Prognosis. In case of early diagnosis, the infection can be eliminated in 90% of cases by giving adequate antibiotics. If diagnosis is delayed, the underlying cardiac disease may progress and the prognosis is bad. Prophylaxis. For patients who have congenital or rheumatic heart disease and are about to have tonsillectomy or extraction of tooth, should be given a cover of penicillin to prevent endocarditis. Prompt treatment of all infections is also important. Treatment. If facilities are there, blood culture and sensitivity for the organism is done. The selection of the antibiotic, duration of the treatment and dosage is assessed from the culture and sensitivity test. If the organism is sensitive to benzyl penicillin, should be injected twice daily for 6 weeks. If the temperature returns to normal in few days, injection is replaced by phenoxymethylpenicillin, given orally in a dose of 250 milligrams 4 hourly in combination with probenecid to ensure high blood level. For resistant organisms, large doses of benzyl penicillin or a combination of penicillin and streptomycin might be required. Depending upon the bacteriological finding, other antibiotics and combinations may be necessary. Surgery. In some resistant cases, antibiotics, surgical treatment of the underlying cardiovascular defect may be necessary. That's all about the infective endocarditis. In the next video, I will discuss about some other disease. Thank you.